Enfor Reyes, a pregnant Filipina call center agent, never imagined that a single phone call would drag her into the deadly world of billionaires and murder. One night, after recording Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa's chilling confession to a high-profile killing, her life changed forever. Captured on CCTV, snatched by unknown men, and vanished without a trace. What she knew could destroy empires, but the price of truth might be her life. Quezon City never truly sleeps. Neon signs flicker above convenience stores, jeepneys rattle past crowded sidewalks, and call center agents step into the pale morning light as others begin their day. Enfor Reyes, 27 and 7 months pregnant, moved carefully through this rhythm every night. She worked to secure a stable future for her unborn child, saving every extra peso and avoiding trouble. Her co-workers described her as quiet but sharp, someone who followed rules and noticed small details others ignored. On the morning she disappeared, the office CCTV captured her lingering near the glass entrance doors long after her shift ended. Most employees had already left. She stood alone, one hand resting protectively on her stomach, the other gripping her phone. Her eyes kept scanning the street as if she expected someone to appear. The footage showed her checking the time repeatedly. At 6:17 a.m., a black SUV rolled up to the curb. It did not park in the designated area. Two men stepped out with calm, practiced movements. They approached Enfor without hesitation. Within seconds, she was guided toward the vehicle. She did not visibly resist, but her posture was stiff, uncertain. The SUV doors closed, and it drove away into early traffic. Inside the building, security staff noticed nothing unusual until her family reported her missing that evening. When police reviewed internal footage from the night before, they discovered Enfor had remained at her workstation hours after clocking out. She had accessed a restricted recording system. Whatever she did in those final minutes may have sealed her fate. 3 days before she vanished, Enfor handled a call that did not follow the usual script. The client profile showed extreme confidentiality clearance. The account belonged to Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa, a wealthy businessman known for luxury real estate and international investments. High-value clients like him were normally routed through senior agents, but a sudden system reroute placed the call directly in Enfor's queue. From the start, the call felt different. The Sheikh's tone was unstable, shifting between calm control and sharp agitation. Enfor followed company protocol, logging details quietly while monitoring compliance alerts on her screen. Certain phrases triggered internal flags connected to legal and security review. Instead of transferring the call immediately, she allowed it to continue, carefully marking timestamps. What she heard was not business strategy or financial discussion. It was a fragmented account of a confrontation. The Sheikh referenced a meeting with a rival businessman in Dubai. He described anger, a struggle near a balcony, and instructions given afterward to make the incident appear accidental. The details matched rumors surrounding a recent high-profile death that had officially been ruled a fall. Company systems automatically encrypted sensitive calls, but Enfor used her technical training to duplicate the raw audio before encryption completed. She saved a copy onto a temporary drive, knowing she was violating policy. Her hands trembled as she transferred the file to a personal cloud account under a false name. By the end of her shift, she understood the danger. She was no longer just an employee. She possessed evidence that could threaten a powerful man with global influence. When Enfor failed to return home, her family reported her missing within hours. Police first treated it as a possible street abduction, but the investigation quickly shifted after reviewing digital records from her workplace. System logs showed she had accessed a restricted recording channel linked to Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa's account. The timestamp aligned exactly with the call placed 3 days earlier. Her phone was discovered on the shoulder of a highway outside the city, its screen cracked, and its memory wiped. Investigators initially believed the audio file was gone forever. However, cybercrime analysts recovered traces of a file transfer completed shortly before her disappearance. The transfer pointed to a cloud storage account created under a fake identity using a prepaid internet connection. At the same time, international news outlets began revisiting the suspicious death of the Dubai businessman. Online forums speculated about hidden motives and financial disputes. Bloggers started mentioning the Sheikh's name alongside Enfor's kidnapping, though no official connection had been confirmed. Witnesses near her apartment complex reported seeing unfamiliar men in the days leading up to the abduction. They asked neighbors about Enfor's routine, her work hours, and whether she lived alone. Security guards remembered a dark vehicle circling the block late at night. The case no longer appeared random. It suggested planning, surveillance, and coordination across borders. What began as a local missing person report was turning into a possible international conspiracy involving wealth, influence, and a secret recording that someone was desperate to erase. Weeks passed with no confirmed sighting of Enfor. Public concern grew as her pregnancy advanced, making time more critical. Volunteer groups organized search operations in nearby provinces, distributing flyers at bus terminals, hospitals, and ferry ports. Social media campaigns spread her image across the country, urging anyone with information to come forward. Despite the attention, no ransom demand was ever made. Investigators focused on traffic cameras and toll booth recordings. A breakthrough came when analysts enhanced footage from a highway toll gate north of Manila. The same black SUV seen outside her office appeared again, captured just hours after the kidnapping. The license plate number traced back to a stolen vehicle report filed months earlier. However, the SUV itself had distinctive features, a dent near the rear door and a custom roof rack. Authorities searched vehicle registration databases and repair shop records. Eventually, they found a similar SUV linked to a private security firm operating in the Philippines. The firm specialized in risk management for foreign investors and high-profile clients. Financial documents revealed business partnerships connected indirectly to companies associated with Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa. Before investigators could issue formal subpoenas, the security firm abruptly closed its offices. Computers were removed, files shredded, and employees terminated without notice. The office lease was canceled overnight. Surveillance footage showed trucks clearing equipment under cover of darkness. The speed of the shutdown suggested prior warning. Someone inside the system may have leaked information about the investigation. Each new lead seemed to dissolve just as it became promising, reinforcing the suspicion that powerful individuals were actively controlling the narrative behind Enfor's disappearance. Hope returned from an unexpected place. While helping their mother organize Enfor's belongings, her younger brother discovered an old laptop hidden beneath folded maternity clothes. The device required a password he did not know, but a local technician managed to unlock it. Inside, most folders contained ordinary work files and personal photos. One folder, however, was labeled with a simple word related to baby supplies. Behind that harmless title was a compressed audio file. The timestamp matched the night of the suspicious call. Unlike the corrupted traces found in her phone, this copy was intact. Authorities transferred it to forensic audio specialists for authentication. After careful analysis, voice comparison software indicated a strong match to Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa's public speeches and interviews. The recording contained chilling specifics about a confrontation in Dubai. It described physical contact, panic, and instructions given to associates to present the death as an accident. Certain facts mentioned were never released to the media, strengthening its credibility. But deeper examination revealed something else. The waveform showed evidence of subtle edits. Segments were trimmed, and background noise patterns shifted unnaturally. It suggested the file had been altered before being hidden. Investigators now faced two possibilities. Either Enfor edited the file herself for protection, or someone else accessed her system before she disappeared. Financial audits added more uncertainty when unexplained deposits were discovered in her bank account weeks earlier. The case was no longer straightforward. Enfor might have been a victim, a reluctant participant, or someone caught between powerful forces playing a dangerous game. Financial investigators began tracing the unexplained deposits found in Enfor's account. The transfers were structured in small amounts to avoid automatic reporting thresholds, yet together they formed a significant sum. The money moved through offshore banking channels before landing in a regional account tied to a consulting firm with no clear physical office. Corporate records revealed nominee directors and layered ownership structures designed to conceal the true source. At the same time, security footage from the call center parking garage was re-examined using enhanced resolution software. In one clip recorded 4 days before the confession call, Enfor was seen meeting a man near a concrete pillar away from the main entrance. The meeting lasted less than 5 minutes. The man handed her a slim envelope. She placed it inside her bag and returned to the building. His face remained partially hidden under a cap, but facial recognition tools suggested links to individuals previously employed by the same private security firm that had abruptly closed. Investigators considered the possibility that Enfor had been approached to monitor specific high-profile calls. Her technical skills and clean disciplinary record made her a low-risk candidate for such recruitment. However, nothing in her background suggested criminal intent. Friends described her as cautious and focused on her pregnancy. A new theory emerged. Enfor may have initially agreed to gather information without understanding the scale of what she would uncover. When the recorded confession proved more explosive than expected, those behind the arrangement could have viewed her as a liability rather than an asset. The line between manipulation and betrayal was becoming increasingly blurred. Nearly 4 months after the kidnapping, a fisherman reported unusual activity near an abandoned warehouse complex outside Subic Bay. Patrol officers investigating the tip noticed signs of recent occupancy despite the building officially being vacant for years. The main doors were locked, but a side entrance showed scratch marks consistent with repeated use. Inside, authorities discovered a space that appeared temporarily modified for containment. There were folding cots, medical supplies, sealed water containers, and portable surveillance cameras mounted in corners. The equipment had been removed carefully, but faint impressions on the concrete floor suggested restraints had once been secured there. Forensic teams collected strands of hair, fibers, and trace biological material. DNA analysis confirmed that Enfor had been inside the warehouse. The discovery reignited public attention and intensified international pressure. However, there were no signs of violent struggle. Blood tests came back negative. The environment suggested controlled captivity rather than immediate harm. Investigators believe she may have been kept alive for negotiation or interrogation. The presence of medical supplies raised questions about whether someone had monitored her pregnancy during confinement. That detail hinted at planning rather than panic. Meanwhile, Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa's legal representatives launched a global media campaign dismissing the audio file as digitally manipulated. Independent experts debated its authenticity on television networks. As arguments unfolded publicly, cybercrime analysts made another discovery. An automated email scheduled weeks before Enfor vanished, programmed to send at a specific future date. The timing indicated foresight. Enfor may have anticipated capture and prepared a final safeguard designed to activate if she did not return. Exactly 6 months after Enfor disappeared, multiple international news agencies received the same encrypted email at the same moment. The message contained a download link, a password, and a short written statement. Digital timestamps confirmed the email had been scheduled days before her kidnapping. Investigators verified that no one had accessed her account after she vanished, suggesting the release was entirely pre-planned. The attachment held the unedited version of the audio recording. This time, forensic experts found no signs of manipulation. The full timeline of the conversation revealed details that directly contradicted the official report surrounding the Dubai businessman's death. Specific references to location, sequence of events, and instructions given afterward aligned with confidential evidence known only to investigators in that case. Enfor's written statement explained that she had accepted money to monitor certain high-level calls, but claimed she had not expected to uncover a confession to murder. She described growing fear in the days leading up to her disappearance and admitted she believed powerful individuals were tracking her movements. She wrote that if the message was being read, she had failed to protect herself. The release triggered international arrest warrants and financial investigations spanning multiple countries. Sheikh Kareem Al-Safa was detained pending formal charges as diplomatic negotiations unfolded. Despite renewed searches, Enfor Reyes was never found. Some believe she was silenced after the email was secured. Others think she may have escaped during a transfer and is living under protection somewhere unknown. What remains undeniable is that one recorded file shook powerful networks, and the woman who captured it vanished into silence.